It has become very obvious, based of course on recent election results, based on public polling, that the issue of abortion, after 40 plus years of being the key issue for Republicans, it is now political poison for the Republican Party. Nevertheless, even though they know it's hurting them, they've confirmed it in their own 2022 midterm autopsy report. They know that running on strict no abortions kills them. They are still out there doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on that idea. And the most recent person to do that this past weekend on CNN with host Dana Bash was South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, who is widely seen to be one of the top people at Donald Trump's potential VP list. So you've got this governor, this right-wing, hard-right, anti-abortion governor, likely could be Donald Trump's running mate this year. And here's what happened when she went on CNN. She talked about South Dakota's abortion ban, and she said, quote, "Our law today allows an exception to save the life of the mother, but the people in South Dakota will decide what their law looks like." And then she was asked by Dana Bash, "What do you think it should look like? Do you think there should be exceptions for rape and incest, for example?" And that's when Kristi Noem said one of the most disgusting things I think I've ever heard. "That's what's different, Dana, is that I've constantly looked, and we rely in South Dakota on the fact that I'm pro-life and we have a law that says there is an exception for the life of the mother, and I just don't believe a tragedy should perpetuate another tragedy." So before I continue reading her statement, let's digest what she just said. Rape is a tragedy, 100%. Nobody's going to deny that. And if you get pregnant from rape and then you abort that rape baby, that's also a tragedy, she says. You, as a woman, should be forced to birth your rapist baby. You know what, Kristi? Why don't you travel around the country? Why don't you even come down here to the South and tell these right-wing Southern women that they will have to have their rapist babies? And I promise you, that's not going to sit well even with them. Because polls show that a majority of people in this country do want those exceptions. You're forcing a woman to not just relive the most traumatic experience of her life, but then have a constant, every second of her life reminder of that horribly traumatic event. That is one of the most disgusting things a human being can do to another human being. And then Kristi Noem continued. "I believe in taking care of mothers that are in a crisis situation and that we should be walking alongside them, giving them all the information and the best information they can make before they put in a situation where an abortion is the only option that they have." Think about how disgusting that statement is. "I believe in helping these women by giving them information." You think they don't have information? You think they don't have access to the internet? You don't think they can Google, "Oh no, I'm pregnant, what do I do?" They don't need information. You want to encourage women to carry a baby to term? Give them free health care. Give them prenatal care. Give them maternity leave. Give them universal daycare coverage, okay? Because those are all things that factor into whether or not a woman will, be able to have a baby and support it and take care of it. Because they can't afford the healthcare, they can't afford the daycare, they can't afford babysitters, they can't afford, the formula or any of that crap. And you're out there saying you're not going to give them that, but you're going to give them information, right? You want to help people carry babies to term even if they don't want it? Then how about you bolster the foster system? How about you weed out the horrible people that are getting in that just to get the free money? How about you provide better resources for women? You won't do any of that. No, but you'll give them information so that they don't commit a tragedy by getting rid of a rape baby. I dare you to go around this country and campaign on that, because I would love to see how that works out for Republicans in November. Well, folks, we have crossed that 1 million subscriber milestone, but rest assured, we are just getting started here at Ring of Fire. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel and Make sure to like, share, and comment on the videos.